Hello, my name's Jim Cokill. I'm the Director at Durham Wildlife Trust, and I recently had the honour of being asked to chair the County Durham Environment and Climate Change Partnership, the organisers of the County Durham Environment Awards. I don't need to explain why this year is very different to the usual awards. There's no venue, there's no stage, there's no speeches, but that doesn't mean that the quality of the applications is any different, and it doesn't mean that there isn't much to celebrate across County Durham this year. What's really apparent from this year's entries is a really strong community spirit across County Durham. We've had organisations doing their bit to tackle climate change, we've had individuals looking after their local environment, and I think this year we felt, all of us, more than ever, how important our local environment is, and we placed a real value on it, and that really has come across. We really must say thank you to everybody who took time to apply this year. We've all faced difficult circumstances, and it's been a real effort for those people to put in those applications. But without you, there simply wouldn't be any awards. We also need to say thank you to the sponsors again this year, because without them, again, there are no awards. The final thing I'd like to say, this year the awards really highlight the value that people place on County Durham as a place to live and work. They care for it, they look after it, and they go out of their way to make it a better place for us all to enjoy. And the final thing I need to say is, of course, congratulations to all our winners. Thank you.
Hello, I am Lewis Stokes, Community Manager here at the Banks Group. We're incredibly proud to be supporting the County Durham Environment Partnership Awards this year, and in particular the Places and Spaces category. This year, more than most, having these places and spaces available to us is extremely important for our communities during this pandemic. We were thrilled with the high quality of nominations this year, which made it really difficult for us as judges. The first highly commended scheme is the Cow Plantation in Spennymoor. Volunteers have worked tirelessly to improve this area, putting signage up there, so it's a fantastic resource for local primary schools and the local community to enjoy. The next highly commended schemes is the Friends of Keepia Woods. This fantastic group of volunteers is there again working tirelessly for the community to improve this space so it's available for all to use. Friends of Keepia Group, they have over 300 members. They carry out litter picks, new tree planting, and monitoring antisocial behaviour and improving the area overall. What a fantastic project. The winner of this year's Places and Spaces category is the West Auckland in Bloom project. The group of volunteers have worked with the parish council to plant thousands of bulbs across the village. They've adopted 11 areas as their own, doing general tidy-ups, new installations, planters, and overall improving the area for the whole community to enjoy. What a fantastic resource to have on your doorstep, and well done.
Good evening, I'm Rich Hurst. I'm the Education Advisor for Sustainability for Durham County Council, and I'm delighted to be one of the judges involved in the Environment Awards, and I've been asked to lead on the schools and colleges section. The environment and climate change in particular are projects that schools and organisations across the country get involved with each year, which is fantastic and enables our young people to become more aware, not only of the challenges that we face environmentally, but also, more importantly in my view, what power they have to make change and be positive citizens, both locally and globally. I'm here to tell you about 3 projects that we've got to talk about today that have all been highly commended by the judges. The first project is called Dean. This is a really good example of partnership working between Durham County Council, Heritage Coast, the sustainability education charity Oases, and Easington Colliery Primary School. The pupils took part in a wide variety of activities that included orienteering, environmental art, woodland myths and legends, and the pupils also received the John Muir Award for their own individual efforts. Well done to everybody involved. The second school is St Joseph's RC Primary School in Stanley, and they took advantage of their local park, which is called Oakley Park. They linked their learning through a wide variety of curriculum subjects and also to their Eco Schools Green Flag Award work. They planted trees that were donated by the Woodland Trust, developed wildlife areas, and worked with their local neighbourhood wardens to enhance the park and their school grounds. Well done to everyone involved. And finally, we had the Oaks Coastal Challenge. Throughout the winter of 2019 and the spring of 2020, a group of students from the Oaks Special School carried out the Coastal Challenge with the Heritage Coast Partnership. This was funded by the National Lottery Heritage Fund. They carried out a series of beach cleans along the Durham coast, collected valuable marine litter data for the Marine Conservation Society. They visited both Crimdon and Seaham beaches, and in total 16 beach cleans were undertaken, and they managed to collect 68 bags of litter alongside shopping trolleys and old tyres. A great effort. Well done to all the students and staff involved.
Well, hello everybody. My name's Dave Harper. I'm Principal of Van Mildert College and Professor of Paleontology in Durham University. I also chair the university's Environmental Sustainability Strategic Planning Group. And we work very closely with Durham County Council on a range of initiatives. I'm introducing our sustainability categories, including climate change and greener business. And we'll be focusing on those schemes that are highly commended. Why is climate change more important than ever in 2020? Well, global heating is escalating. We know ice caps are rapidly melting, and we know sea levels are rising. The world's climate belts are changing, and animals and plants are migrating and going extinct at very rapid rates. We also know that evidence suggests that our marine ecosystems are near collapse. Everybody can reverse these trends, and removing waste in any shape or form is a very good start. Many groups in this year's categories have demonstrated that climate change awareness is important, if not crucial. It's even more important than ever, and Durham County Council has taken a lead in the region by declaring a climate emergency. A primary focus has been the reduction of waste. I'm going to move on now to the highly commended categories and climate change and greener business. And I'm going to focus first on climate change. This particular project has eradicated the use of paper in its parish. Communications and information are transmitted digitally. Newsletters are electronic. Information is posted on its web pages, and meetings are held on Zoom. Now, this has resulted in savings of just over £2 per person in this particular parish. Sincere congratulations to Hawthorne Parish Council, our highly commended entry in this category. Very well done. Second, greener business. This particular project is built around a sewing school, the sewing room, producing quilts and other patchwork from recycled materials. Nothing is wasted, and classes are hugely therapeutic, helping those struggling with illness and loneliness. Blankets and quilts are donated to local hospitals and women's rescue centres, and the business is currently online through an active Facebook group and informative newsletters. We highly commend Raggy Robin Sewing Room for its engagement with a range of sustainability issues. Sincere congratulations to Raggy Robin Sewing Room.
Good evening everyone. Welcome to the craftsmanship category of the County Durham Environment Awards. My name is James Taylor, Planning Director for Lichfields, and I'm the lead judge on the craftsmanship category this year. The craftsmanship category deals with mainly traditional crafts employed within the built environment. This year we have one entrant specifically focusing on the preservation of historical masonry. We also like to see an educational element to this category where these skills are passed on to future generations. This year the entrant is St Helen's Church in Kellow, or if you're local, Keller. The church dates to approximately 11th and 12th century, unsurprisingly a listed building of great historical importance. Over the years, as is often the case with these buildings, there's been various repairs, some done better than others. For example, in the 19th century, there was quite a significant amount of rebuilding done which wasn't effectively tied to the historic fabric. Some of the earliest fabric is actually of earth mortar and stone construction. And as is the case with these type of buildings, the solid walls they need to breathe to deal with the moisture. This project grew and grew from the submission. In terms of the actual water ingress that had been a problem over the years. There'd been unsympathetic repairs, which had caused a lot of legacy issues, which this project addressed, primarily through lime-based mortars, but also interestingly, a technique which I wasn't overly familiar with called harling, which is where they actually fling the mortar at the building, which aerates it and creates that porosity to the mortar face and allows the building to breathe, as well as removing a lot of the more modern cement mortar and replacing that with breathable mortars, all in the interests of the sympathetic to, in the interests of the long-term survival of this wonderful historic building. And if you haven't been, I highly recommend you go, because it is a beautiful building in a lovely setting. So the judges felt, for all of those reasons, that St Helen's Church in Kellow should be highly commended this year, and we'd like to thank everybody involved for what is a truly wonderful project. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Pauline Walker and I'm Senior Civic Pride Officer at Durham County Council. I'm also one of the judges for the Environment Awards and an advisor. Today I am here to present the Community Partnership Award. And whilst we haven't introduced a special category for COVID, we have taken into account the extra restraints and obstacles that our community groups and volunteers have had to navigate. This year, more than ever before, we have seen firsthand the benefits of individuals, communities and wider partners coming together to support one another in what has been one of the most challenging times in recent years. The award I am presenting clearly demonstrates how a partnership approach, bringing people together, can achieve much more than a single organisation working alone. The judges felt that all entries in the community partnership category were worthy winners. And to that end, we have awarded all three with a highly commended award. Our first highly commended entry is Castle Chair Water Fountain. This fountain has been lovingly restored to its former glory by residents and local community groups. Our second is Free Meals for the Community. This scheme prepared over 12,000 meals for their community during the pandemic. And our final entrant was Witton Park Village in Bloom. This group dedicated time throughout the pandemic to develop community projects that benefited everybody in the village. Once again, thank you to you all, your community, for your contribution to the environment of County Durham. It's been a very strange year, but it just shows how partnership work can really benefit not just the community, but the whole of County Durham. A big thank you.
Good evening, my name's Trevor Hind. I've been involved with the Durham County Environment Awards since 1997 when I first put an entry in to about Rainton Meadows in that time, and subsequently since then we've been involved as a participant, as a judge, representing a sponsor, and I've been the proud recipient of 6 awards over the years. In Environment Awards is something to be really proud of. I think Durham are exceptional in this award ceremony in the way they've maintained it over the years. I'm here tonight to represent the sort of natural environment part of Durham County Awards and introduce the recipients of this year's awards. We have one this year that is highly commended in the Natural Environment Awards, Dalton Moor Farm. Again, this is a farm, people who've developed what was normal countryside or classed as normal countryside in the past into a lovely green environment. They're using sustainable methods, they are using solar panels, they are taking their time to develop it and prove that it is actually a going concern and it can be kept going in the future for the public and everything else. And I can only highly recommend that what they've achieved in this situation is exceptional in terms of what can be achieved within County Durham.
Good evening everyone. I'm Ali Tweddle and I'm here to announce the winner in the volunteering category. I head up the engagement department at the Auckland Project, a regeneration charity in Bishop Auckland, and as such I know that community engagement and development and all of the transformational things it can achieve simply could not be done without the commitment, dedication and passion of local volunteers. Particularly within this really difficult year of 2020, we have really seen people coming together and going above and beyond for their local communities. We have 3 projects which are highly commended in the volunteering category. Friends of Peelaw Wood, a group of volunteers who want to encourage the enjoyment of this beautiful space by actively maintaining it. Green Horizons, a volunteer-run allotment offering vegetables, fruit, flowers and a wildlife area in Ferry Hill. And West Auckland in Bloom. Members of the village come together to brighten up their spaces by planting flowers and tidying up and brightening unused areas of their village. But we do have an overall category winner. And the winner is Burnham Field Gardening Team. Volunteers have devoted their own time to improve their local communities, which has not only had a massive positive effect on those communities, but on people's individual and collective mental well-being. So congratulations to Burnham Field Gardening Team. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name's Terry Collins. I'm the outgoing Chief Executive of Durham County Council. By the time this is actually on, I will be on leave prior to retiring. And it's an absolutely special thing for me to do today to welcome you to the 31st year of our Environment Awards. It's amazing that it's been going on this long and nothing's going to stop us from holding the Environment Awards, not even COVID. It's been an incredibly difficult year, as we're aware. It's been very unusual, it's been bizarre, the situation that we find ourselves in, but I think it's even more important that we celebrate and we actually recognise the fantastic work that's ongoing on a day-by-day basis within the county to look after our amazing environment. One of the things that struck me when I first came to County Durham back in 2009 was the inspirational elements of County Durham, whether that be by the sea, or in our great towns and villages, or out in our countryside. Wherever you are, it's inspiring, and it's inspiring because of the environment. And it's amazing the work that's happened over years to actually maintain it and to actually put it in this state where we can be very, very proud of the beautiful place that we live, work and play in. So over the years, as Chief Executive, and before that as Director of Neighbourhoods and actually Chair of the Environment Partnership, it's been an absolute pleasure to attend the Environment Awards. And I've been inspired every year by the different categories, the different entries, the voluntary events, and just the participation levels in our county, which have been absolutely amazing and unique. And this year is no different at all. Of course, it is slightly different because of COVID, and we have several COVID entries as part of the different categories. It would be kind of wrong not to include that, I think, given where we are. But I think the main message for me is that over the 31 years, I've been involved, as I say, for 11, it's been remarkable, the transformation and the move to the immense quality of the environment that we now experience. And really it's up to everybody to keep it that way and to maintain such a beautiful landscape through our whole county. So well done, absolutely proud to be here. Been absolutely delighted and proud to be part of the Environment Awards for 11 years. And I think it's remarkable that the Environment Awards have been going for 31 years. And I look forward to watching from a distance the next 31 years, hopefully, and see more inspirational entries and more inspirational activities that mean that our county is maintained or actually even further improved. And the people of our county are demonstrating that their love for our beautiful environment where we live. So congratulations to everybody who's participated. Well done to everybody within the county. Well done to the council and its partners for putting this on. And it's been fantastic, and I'm sure it'll continue to be fantastic in the future. Thank you.